Hell yeah! Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser. Who do we have in the chat right now? Marigold, VL Scoot, Skater 24, Ron, Stop, Fox Luck, Jack Heather, Guy Just iBook, Bjork, Assassination, Weather, Rokes, and more. Again, Stop Crying Poser, welcome here. Greatest podcast known to man as voted by Bill Cosby and Bill Crosby. Believe it or not, it's true. I would never lie to you. I could make a chicken stew, but it might taste like poo. Who else can do this? We rhyme, we talk about articles, we play Mario, he skateboards, he's a non-stoppable, unstoppable, can't-stoppable beast. Hell yeah. Hope you guys are having a happy Friday if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, you should be. Twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle live every Friday, right around 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Don't worry, if you can't catch it live, you're probably listening on either iTunes, YouTube, or Podbean. But it doesn't matter how you listen. It just matters that you do listen. We have plenty of topics today, one of which being my super secret drug compound that only exists in my head, but if I wanted to be a drug kingpin, I want to explain to you guys how I would do it and have you guys maybe poke some holes in my theories. Also, I've created a garden. Also, I've been eating cheap ramen, and I'm going to give you guys Steve's guide to not getting sick. We also have some pretty cool articles involving shootouts, and I guess some grandma beat up a home invader with a scooter. Probably untrue, but that was the headline. We clicked it, and I have not read it yet. So usually we would start with the news, but I want to sort of give you guys a reward for showing up on time, because that shit's very important. So the first thing we're gonna do is trivia, bitches. First one to answer the trivia question correctly, as long as you live in the US, gets a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack delivered directly to your place of residence, or maybe your place of business, or you could give me another address, maybe send it to a friend, because you've already won too many. So get your fingers ready on the keyboard. Today's topic has to do with South Park. Are you ready? Oh, hell yeah. What is Cartman's frog's name? Pretty simple one. He mentions it in several articles. If you don't watch South Park, you're just a fucking loser, so you'll have to show up next time. Foxluck says Johnny. That is incorrect, but I appreciate going for it. Michael Jordan. See, I appreciate just going for it. You don't know the frog's name, but you're down for the sticker pack. C-Sean says, Mr. Clyde Frog, C-Sean is correct. C-Sean is the winner of a Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. I thought more people would know that. Am I the only one that watches South Park these days? You guys are like Lily. She hates that shit. I don't know why. Speaking of that, we were out a couple nights ago, and I'm going to make this a really quick story because we do have to jump into the news. I was at the bar, and I was talking about how great America is, right? Because we saw Tom Brady wearing a Make America Great hat again. I was like, yeah, America's pretty great. And somebody was like, no, it's not that great. And I was like, okay, well, name somewhere better. And if you're not from America, I don't want to offend you. This is just the type of conversation that happens in America. So don't take this offensively. So I was like, yeah, America's better. And like, no, America sucks, dude. America's the worst or whatever. And I go, name somewhere better. And then they struggle to name somewhere better. And I go off on the whole like, oh, well, this is the only place you can say whatever the fuck you want, freedom of speech, about the president, about religion, about being racist. You can do whatever the fuck you want here. And I think that's what makes it great. So as I walk away, the bartender goes up to Lily, and he's like, hey, you want me to handle this? You want me to debate this guy? And Lily's like, nah, like, no one really cares. No. I come back out. The bartender's super nice to me. All good. He serves me more drinks, dude. And then I pay or whatever. And then I pay for my drink, give the guy a tip. I walk out the door, completely out the door. I'm already in the middle of the street, and the door's swinging shut. And the door was open this much, and the guy yells at me, fuck Trump! And I'm just like looking back like, oh, okay. Like, I don't give a fuck about Donald Trump. I didn't vote for him. You know, like, I don't fucking care. But it made me think to myself, like, really? This was the guy that was like super down to like fucking defend my chick's honor. Like, oh man, you want me to talk to this guy? Bitch, the only time you're brave enough to talk is when I'm either in the bathroom or when I'm completely across the street. And the only fucking logical argument you could come up with, your genius dissertation was, fuck Trump. Like, you got me. Like, even if, okay, how about this? If I was like the hugest Trump supporter ever, and I'm already halfway across the street, would even they care? Would even they be like, wait a minute, babe, we gotta walk around. I gotta go back and talk to this guy, give him a piece of my mind. Like, no. You walk back in there, the guy's gonna be fucking scared. He's gonna be like, oh shit, dude, I thought he was far enough away. Thought I could yell that. And it fucking tripped me out. And me and Lily actually got into like a small argument about it later that night. It wasn't a big deal. But I was just like, yeah, dude, like, she's like, no, he was just like trying to be cool. He thought you were being mean to me. And I was like, no, he was actually showing you that he's the biggest pussy in the room. Like, oh yeah, I'm super down. Like, do you want me to handle that? Like, oh wait, he's coming back. Never mind. Shh. Another drink, sir. Can I refresh your beverage, sir? Okay. Like, it really fucking annoyed me. And also, it's like, dude, like, I think saying fuck Trump, I think it's just because the super hardcore Trump people get really, maybe some of them get offended. I don't know. I feel like I hear people say that shit so much. If you go to downtown Las Vegas, there's all these people holding these signs that say fuck Trump, and they'll be like bums, homeless people, and they'll just have a sign that says fuck Trump, and people will give them money. And it's just like, dude, do the people who really like Trump, are they really fucking mad? Because I'm pretty sure if you went on the opposite side, if there were people like fuck Hillary, like no one would fucking care. No one would come up and be like, wait a minute, hold on a minute, we need to talk about this. I feel like nobody really cares, or at least not, like, I think it's because I surround myself with people that really don't give a fuck. But I don't know anyone who would fucking care. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting, and I didn't tell that story to make me feel like a tough guy. I told that story to be like, I wonder if that guy noticed. I wonder if he went to bed that night and he's like, yeah, dude, I would have totally debated that guy. And then thinks to himself, wait a minute. Well, he's not going to hear me if he's in the bathroom. And I guess if I just say something while the door's closing, while he's already like halfway leaving. Oh, man. And then he looks at his tip like, oh, and he tipped me really well. Man, what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know. I just thought it was crazy. Anyways, let's talk about the news today. Bum, bum, bum. We need a news song. You know what? Put that in the Discord. I'm going to come up with a news song, a news intro, and that'll be on the schedule next time. The news. Attempted carjacking turns into shootout in Northeast Valley, police say. Attempted carjacking. How hard could it be to jack a car if you have a gun? Oh, but then the other guy might have a gun. We talk about this every single week, right? The easiest way to make people think twice about committing their crime is if they might die every time they almost commit the crime. And maybe this is an example. Let's find out. An attempted carjacking of a Pizza Hut delivery car turned into a shootout in the Northeast Valley on Tuesday night. I don't live anywhere near this, by the way. According to police, officers responded about 4:45 p.m. to a neighborhood near blah, blah, blah. The call was initially for a carjacking. Police said a witness interjected. And then that person and the suspect exchanged gunfire. Another witness also fired at the suspect. Holy shit. So this guy's like, dude, I'm going to jack this car. And then two random strangers started shooting at him. Oh, that'll be the last car he ever jacks. Because guess what? Every time he jacks the car now, he's going to think of the, not one person, but the two people that shot at him. The white car with the Pizza Hut delivery light on top remained at the scene through the investigation, riddled with bullet holes. So I hope that guy got out. The suspect was able to flee, yet no one was shot or injured. Okay. Now this is where it gets weird. Fucking shootout. 3 people shooting at each other. A car gets hit a couple times. Nobody gets shot. Makes me like raise an eyebrow, doesn't it? The driver's involvement during and after the shooting was not clear, as the scene was still under investigation. A neighbor who reached out to Fox 5 said nearly a dozen bullets were shot into her house. Holy shit. Okay, when that happens, are you allowed to like sue somebody? Or what? Because the bullets that were shot into her house, what if they were shot by one of the quote-unquote good guys? Now, here's the thing about bullets. Oftentimes, they can go through a surface, like a wall or a door, maybe even go through 2. And when I did all my gun training, one of the main rules was know what you're shooting at and know what's behind what you're shooting at. And I feel like that rule just sort of goes like unnoticed throughout the day. And it's not like some big secret, like fucking undercover Desert Storm, like secret information to know what's behind what you're shooting at. Even if you're going out to the shooting range, or if you're going out to the desert or the mountains or the forest to shoot, pretty good idea to maybe think about what you're shooting, like what's behind it. So that's actually really unfortunate what happened to this chick's house. She described the terrifying moment. Bullet holes are through mine and my husband's room, through our bathroom, and through our kids' room. How terrible is that? She said they thought the noise was firecrackers being set off nearby. She grabbed her daughters, aged 4 and 5, and ran into the bathroom. 2 bullets barely missed her husband, and I was sitting on the couch when one barely missed me. And then that's all the information. There's no more information. Well, hopefully that lady's okay, and hopefully she can get some sort of compensation. Who's going to fix all those holes? Plus, they might have caused more problems. Could be water damage. Could be fucking electrical damage. Start a fire. Oh, Lord Jesus, fire. I ain't got no time for that. I got bronchitis. The next thing you know, you're a viral video star with no money. And nobody wants that. I'm all for people having more guns, okay? I'm all for, if you're about to commit a crime, and you look to your left and you look to your right, and you see one person there, I like the idea that when you look over there, you go, oh, fuck, dude. It used to be, like, when I was a kid, you look to your left, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to break into this building. And you look into this guy, and you're like, oh, fuck, he might snitch on me. He might call the cops. Now, I want you to look left and look right, and like, oh, fuck, dude, I'm about to commit a violent crime. That stranger over there might shoot me with the gun he has that I can't see. And I think that's a good thing. We may disagree. We may agree to disagree on that. I know we were talking a little bit earlier about non-Americans. I can see why non-Americans would think that's a weird sort of idea to have, a weird stance to take. But I feel like there's a lot of violent crime happening here, and a good way to stop violent crime is with violence. And I don't want you guys to take me out of context, but you're less likely to break into a house if you might get shot, I think. You're less likely to rob a store if you might get shot. Right? If you were down to do shit where you might get shot, all these criminals could go join the fucking army if you were down with maybe possibly getting shot. But they're not doing that because they don't want to get shot. So I think we're moving in the right direction here, at least in the state of Nevada. Next article is also a shootout, I believe. Suspects arrested in Southwest Valley home invasion, shootout. It's Red Dead Redemption over here, boys. It's a wild, wild west. Alrighty then. 2 men were arrested after being shot while invading a man's home. Now, that makes me, maybe I'm a crazy person. Am I a crazy person? That makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. 2 men were arrested. They were arrested after being shot while invading a man's home. That just makes me feel like a little peach. You know what I'm saying? 2 men were shot while fucking up. Like, you did something terrible that you shouldn't be doing. You got shot doing it. And number 1, probably never do it again. Number 2, this is on the news. So, hey, kids out there, fucking stop the presses. If you think about maybe breaking into a house, just remember, you might get shot. You might die. For what? A flat screen? What are you, stupid? You're gonna die over a flat screen? Well, you weren't worth shit in the first place. Devin Taft and Michael Moore were booked in absentia from the hospital, where police initially said they were in critical condition. Now, that's sad. I don't want these people to die. I always say you might die. I don't want these people to die. 23 and 24. You're old enough to know. 23 years old, 24 years old. You probably should know better than to break into people's houses. I don't know. Whatever. Both men face multiple charges, including attempted murder. Oh, they had guns too. Discharging a gun into an occupied structure. Conspiracy to murder. Battery with the use of a deadly weapon. Battery to commit mayhem. Conspiracy to commit robbery. Robbery with a deadly weapon. Conspiracy to commit home invasion. Mayhem with a deadly weapon. Grand larceny of a gun. And home invasion with a deadly weapon. That's kind of weird. That seems like, I feel like I just read the same charge 9 different times. Officers responded to a shooting around 9:46 a.m. Near Fort Apache and Twain. This is not too far from Desert Breeze Skate Park, I believe. I could be wrong. The homeowner told police he was shot by two men who entered his house. Then while they were fleeing, he fired back at them. Okay, this guy was a little bit unprepared. He wasn't ready to get shot. They probably left him for dead. And he just blasted back. Good. I hope you're okay, homeowner. I hope these guys spend a lot of time in jail, prison, or death for shooting you. He was shot by two men. Was he shot by one? Did they both, each person shot him one time? That's terrible. You know what those guys are thinking now? Like, once they got caught, all they were thinking is, I wish I would have shot that guy one more time. I bet they don't even feel bad for what they did. God damn it. About 10 minutes later, police said two men with gunshot wounds were dropped off at the Southern Hills Hospital. Both were in critical condition. What do you want me to say? You want me to feel sorry for these guys? What's the matter with you? You go in there, you rob a fucking house, you get shot. You shoot somebody, you get shot, especially if that guy was an innocent person. Now, if there was a twist to this story, like maybe the guy was a drug dealer and maybe like he owed them money or something like that, then it'd be like, oh, well, they all deserve to get shot, kind of, right? Maybe. I don't know. What do you want from me? One dog goes this way, one dog goes that way. What do you want from me? I don't know. But it's a cool story, and it seems like we repeat this story every single week. This is like episode 55 or 56. Or no, 40. I don't know what episode this is. We've been doing Stop Crying Poser for almost a year. So we should definitely do like just a drag out, blockbuster, bang out, fucking super big giveaway maybe on our 52 episode 52. Is that how many weeks are in a year? God damn it. I don't fucking know. Speaking of guns, 59 firearms were discovered at McCarran security checkpoint in 2018. Now, I always talk about there are people who probably should not have guns at all. Now, when you have a gun, you should probably do a little bit of research, you know, as to where you are allowed and are not allowed to go with said gun. And the idea is that if you're dumb enough to take your gun to the airport and think that you're going to get on a plane, you probably shouldn't have fucking ever had a gun in the first place. Which, I'm all for everyone having guns, but here's my my crazy, dude, just way far out there idea for gun ownership. I think you should be able to pass like a simple test, right? Not like a test for same as kind of like driving, right? You should be able to pass a very easy test. I would want the pass rate of this test to be like 85%. I want it to be hard enough to just filter out the dumbest 15% of gun owners, because I feel like they cause a very disproportionate amount of the crime. So some of the questions could be, it's okay to take my firearm to the airport as long as it's holstered. True or false? And if they get a couple of these questions wrong, they're out of there. If they don't pass the test, they're dead. Another question being like, it's okay to shoot at a car, you know, as long as it's Thursday. Like, just a bunch of dumbass shit that only an idiot could get wrong. Because you do that with a motorcycle, you do that with a car, you do that with everything else. And just a little intelligence test, just to weed out the dumbasses. I feel like that would make things so much better. And I would like the test to be really easy, so that when you fail, it's like beyond obvious that you should have never had a gun. So 59 firearms. What is that? That's like one every 3 days? One every 4 days, 5 days, something like that. Also, those are the ones that were discovered at checkpoints. So we have to assume that half of them got through. I don't know. TSA. Oh my God, these guys are great at their job, aren't they? TSA discovered fewer firearms at McCarran International last year. They found 59 firearms during routine screening of departing passengers' carry-on bags. So these were people that felt like they could put a gun in a backpack and carry it onto a plane. They thought that would have been okay. They thought that was A-okay. These people should have never had a gun, ever. That is down from the 62 discovered in 2017. Nationwide, 4,000, or about 11 per day, were discovered in carry-ons. Jesus Christ. The number of firearms discovered in carry-on luggage nationwide has increased year over year since 2015. It's hard for me to. I never increased. Is that supposed to be decreased? At first, I thought I didn't understand the word crease. For a second, I thought, oh, Steve, this is a news article. It's an article written for the news. How could they possibly make a fucking spelling fuck up every single week for the past 50 weeks in a row? But then I realized, oh, they do. This word is not supposed to be creased. Increased. It's not two fucking words. The number of firearms discovered in carry-on luggage nationwide has increased year over year since 2000. Why is it year over year? Why wouldn't it be year after year? The number has increased year over year. No wonder I can't fucking read. Because this is what teaches me. This is no Great Gatsby. This is no To Kill a Mockingbird. This is some retard writing shit. How much do they get paid to do this? I put fucking Facebook posts up every day. Never do I have a spelling mistakes on a daily basis. Why is this that? Who's doing this? Also, does only one person read it and then just goes off into the net, the internet, the interweb? It's just out there. No one like double checks it. Like, oh, okay, nice job. Fucking shit. Who wrote this? Catherine Webster. It's always a new name too. You know what? I'm convinced that there's only one writer just with multiple different fucking pen names. Jesus Christ. I don't understand it. Whatever. Firearms can be transported on a commercial flight only if they are unloaded, packed in a locked, hard-sided case, and put in checked baggage. Ammunition and firearm parts must be checked. Firearms and firearm replicas of any type are not permitted in carry-on bags. During check-in at the airport, a passenger must declare the firearm, ammunition, and any firearm parts. Passengers who bring a firearm to the TSA checkpoint are subject to civil penalty, which can start at $2,000 and be as high as $10,000. Now, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this, man. I think it just goes to show that I think my idea, while maybe not constitutional, I don't know how all that shit works, but I feel like it's a good idea. Okay, show of hands in the chat. Just give me, type 1 if you think Steve's gun intelligence test should be statewide law. Like, I'm saying really simple things. Are you allowed to bring a gun to the airport? Are you allowed to bring a gun into a school? Are you allowed to have a gun in your trunk? Like, say 1 if you think that these simple questions should be required before you get the gun. And it wouldn't even have to be, like, federally graded. Like, the gun store owner could just look at it and grade it himself. And then just be like, nope, you're retarded. You don't get a gun. Get the fuck out of my store. Pack up your shit. You're fucking fired. I don't understand. Anyways, a couple more news articles. Let's keep this thing going. Hall monitor shot. Okay, I didn't mean for this to be an all-gun episode, but it turns out every fucking episode is an all-gun episode, which leads me to believe maybe gun violence is a bigger problem in this country than I typically would say. I don't know. Seriously injured at Baltimore High School. This one's written by Emily Van der Rieta. Officials are investigating a shooting at a high school in Baltimore on Friday that left one staff member in serious condition. Police said a 25-year-old male visitor shot 56-year-old hall monitor at Frederick Douglass High School. Maybe I just can't read. The staff member was rushed to a local hospital and is in serious but stable condition. He is expected to survive. Baltimore police confirmed that the suspected shooter was taken into custody. All students are safe. Classes were dismissed early. Their identities have not been released. Great fucking article that tells me nothing. Jesus Christ. Worst. Next article. Sad story right here. I don't know if you guys remember this guy. I think it was on Intervention where this video went viral of this guy crying. He went, Okay, it's not funny. I'm laughing because it's fucking funny. But let's continue. This guy just recently died, and it's a sad story because he brought me a lot of joy, even though it's weird that his saddest moment in his entire life brought so many people so much joy. And I don't know if that's a weird, ironic thing, and I hope I'm not being disrespectful, but let's go ahead and read the story. Former boxing champ Rocky Lockridge, who found viral fame after an interview saw him break down in tears, has passed away at age 60. Rocky's family confirmed his death on Thursday, which was due to complications from a series of strokes and pneumonia. The former super featherweight retired from boxing in 1991 and went on to publicly battle drug problems. Then he appeared on A&E reality show Intervention, which helped him to live sober for the last decade. It is with great pain, but a whole heart that I tell you, family and friends, that my father, Ricky Lockridge, a.k.a. Rocky Lockridge, has passed away. All he wanted was to be in the comfort of his home with his friends, family. God has called him to walk through the gates of heaven. It's a sad story, and it's really sad that this guy's gone. And I almost feel guilty for laughing at him crying, but it's one of those things where a lot of times tragedy sort of breeds comedy. That's half of what comedy is. And I would hope that if this guy's looking down on us right now during this podcast, he could at least agree that I think this guy, you know, through his drug addiction, actually caused a lot of people a lot of joy. Maybe laughing at him, maybe laughing with him, but I don't know. That's it's just such a great clip, and I hope to continue laughing at it for years to come. And it's a sad thing that guy passed away. It's at least nice to know that he battled addiction and won. So at least we can definitely give our hats off to him. And if you or someone you know is battling addiction, use this funny meme guy as a little bit of motivation that he pulled it off, and you can too. So let's try to flip this into something positive. It has been reported that he died on Thursday at his caregiver's home in Camden. His friend and former sparring partner Perry Dawes told Philly he had a good heart and brought himself back up from the bottom. Rocky's son Ricky said, the tweet, we just read that, Rocky was best known for his defeat against Roger Mayweather with a first-round knockout in 1984 to win the WBA World Super Featherweight title. This was Roger Mayweather's first loss. Fans of Rocky's have taken to Twitter with one saying, I'll always remember him as an extremely talented fan favorite who never gave less than 100%. Another added, what a sad loss, a great boxer, took the legendary Wilfredo Gomez and Eusebio Pedroza to MD losses, beat the likes of Roger Mayweather, our own Cornelius Boza Edwards, and peaked in the same era as our legendary clone Cyclone. Rocky Lockridge will always be remembered, RIP champ. Now, I had no idea this guy was even a boxer. But then again, I didn't watch the intervention. All I did was watch that viral clip. Hopefully me making that weird face made some of you guys laugh too, so that when I die, you guys can say, this guy made a fool of himself for his entire internet career, if only to make us laugh for a few short moments. That's what you guys can say when I'm dead. You guys don't worry about offending me. It can't be done. A third commented, loved by boxing fans, played a huge part in making the 80s a great era for the lighter weight divisions, fought and beat the best, two-time great, peace and love, RIP Rocky. Well, yeah, RIP Rocky, or as I know him, best cry ever guy. Very sad story, and I don't know, I guess more of a legend than I would have ever known, so I'm glad we actually got a chance to read that article. Texas grandma uses child's scooter to fight off masked men. I wonder if she can tail whip. Survey says, yes, everyone can tail whip. Texas. Police say a Texas woman used her granddaughter's scooter. Of course it's her granddaughter's scooter, because only a little girl would find any sort of pleasure in riding something so simple. She used the granddaughter's scooter to defend herself against a pair of machete-wielding men wearing clown masks who attempted to rob the woman and her husband. Holy shit. Speaking of MS-13, police say Aretha Cardinal and her husband, Joseph Nelson, were in the driveway of their Texas City home last week when the masked men appeared and placed the machete to Nelson's throat. You're in Texas, okay? I don't want to make this all about guns. Another simple story that would have easily been solved with a gun. Bow, you're dead. Machete guy, dead. Other guy, dead. Now we got 2 dead clowns. Now we can live in happiness. Authorities say Nelson wrestled away the machete from one man, while Cardinal grabbed the child's scooter from the driveway and used it to tail whip the other man in the dick. Nelson tells Houston television station the men tried to run away, but the couple chased them while riding the scooter, which is much faster than an average running person, smashing their vehicle window with the scooter. The 2 suspects have been jailed on aggravated robbery charges. Oh my God, machete! Chic Ninja says they were attacked by ICP. Violent J and fucking Shaggy 2 Dope ran up just to get tail whipped in the dick. Oh man, how do magnets work? I don't fucking know. Anyways, I don't really have any comments on this. Anything that says scooter is fucking hilarious. At least, you know what? A scooter is officially a scooter is good for something. And we can all rest easy on that. That's all I got for the news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump into just me and my life and my story. Good news articles, by the way. I hope you guys are enjoying that. Now, this is a very important topic because I'm going to need your guys' absolute devoted attention because I just came up with the greatest idea ever if I wanted to become a drug kingpin. Now, hear me out. Here in Las Vegas, we have these things, dispensaries, right? You walk in, you show your ID, and once you show your ID, they let you into like the secret room. This little door opens, boom. Now you're suddenly in this well-lit thing with weed all on the walls and bongs and smoking shit everywhere, just surrounded by everything. When you walk in there, it's like a boring little office, and you're just like, what the fuck is this shit? And then once you're allowed into like the back room, boom, all this cool shit. So here's what it is. Hear me out. Let's just say cocaine. Let's just say I was a big-time cocaine. Actually, fuck it. Everything. Cocaine. What's another big-time drug? Cocaine, and let's say, what's a big money drug? Heroin, I guess. Let's say I only sold pounds at a time. I only sold a pound of cocaine or a pound of heroin at a time. Only in pounds. Huge money. A pound of meth. You're coming in. You want to buy a pound of meth. But what you're worried about stings, shit like that. You're worried about people breaking in. You're worried about shit like that. So what you do, you have your little officer. They come in, they show their ID. It's got to be somebody you trust, somebody you've worked with before or whatever like that. And I don't know, maybe for them to get in, you force them to do some cocaine to prove that they're not a cop. I'm not saying cops can't get away with that. They probably could, but we're just taking little precautions. Don't worry till you get to my big idea. You get in there, you make an appointment, you show up, you do the drugs right on camera. Everyone can see you doing drugs. That way we know, and that way we have you on tape doing drugs. Then you walk into the back room, completely empty room. And, you put this money in a little lockbox. Boom. Put the money in the lockbox. Boom. The fucking lever go boom. Locks the money away. Money's gone forever. Goes underground. If it goes to a secret location, nobody knows where the money goes. Nobody knows. Except the person who owns the building. Which there would be significant modifications done to this building so that the money could go somewhere where we can never find it. Now, in the attic, in the above, the floor above would be 1 pound of cocaine. And it would be lowered by a string. Lowered by a string. You grab it on your way out and you leave. Okay, you're out of there. It's all like mechanical. There's no people back there or whatever. It's all mechanical. It's all done from another location. All right? You guys with me? So then you think, okay, wait a minute. What if the building gets raided by FBI or fucking DEA or something? What if they fucking get in there, boom, they raid the building, they find the drugs in the building, somebody has to be responsible. Oh, I've thought of that. Now, let's say you get in there, somebody bashes in the door, oh shit, red alert. Okay, well, upstairs, you have a little mini cremation chamber. You know, something that just fucks up anything in it. Gets to be 20,000 degrees, obliterates anything in the cremation chamber. Boom! Turn that bitch on. 30 seconds later, cocaine, cremated. Brrr. smushed into nothing. Just ash of what once was. Boom, becomes nothing. No cocaine left, completely obliterated. Not even one little spectacle of cocaine left. DEA walks in there. Now they have their dick in their hand. Pants fell down, looking stupid in front of everybody. You get away totally clean. Now, I'm asking you guys, what am I missing on this grand scheme idea? C-Sean says, if they're a cop, they could just bust you right there for the coke. Maybe. But we would never trust anybody just from outside things. They would have to work really hard. Also, if they were a cop, they just did the drugs. They just did drugs on camera in front of everybody. Young Jax says, why not just put the DEA in the cremator? Okay, now we're talking here. Now we're talking. Now, I was thinking to myself, Assassination says echo relocation. So we use dolphins to transport the cocaine into another. It teleports it. And it goes to another place. It was just something weird. I was drunk one day just thinking, like, why has nobody done this? It almost seems like it would have been, if I smoked weed, this would have been my weed. This is me on weed. This is the shit I would think of if I smoked weed. I would just be sitting alone watching fucking Family Guy, eating cheese puffs, thinking of like the cocaine chamber. But really, like, has anyone come up with any ideas yet? I don't know. So what I'm saying is, as long as a cop doesn't get in there, we're totally good. Now, what could be a problem is that maybe when you leave, cops follow you, and then they catch the guy who got the coke, and then everyone thinks that it was an inside job. That could be a problem. How about this, though? We make the storefront, instead of just an office, we make it something chill, like a flower shop or bakery. Oh my God, a small bakery. A small bakery. So you could be leaving. No one knows what's in that bag. It could be a fucking pound of sugar. Could be a bag of sugar. And then as soon as the DEA busts somebody and all they had was sugar, they're going to look dumb as fuck. They're going to leave you alone for a little while. Because they just busted a guy. All he had was sugar. And guess what? There's sugar going in and out of there all day long. Oh my God, genius. And then of course you would you would have an incinerator because the donuts go bad at the end of the night. And you want to be fucking 420 friendly. You're going green. We incinerate the donuts and turn it into fertilizer. Fertilizer for my all-natural organic garden and coffee shop next door. You fucking idiot. Fuck you, DEA. Dude, was that not Please, take some time. If you guys want to think about this, take some time to think about it. Take some time to think about it. Comment on the YouTube video. Comment on the YouTube video, what am I missing? What step am I missing? If you guys have any friends that are cops or something, run the idea by them, okay? As soon as we get busted in, incinerator, boom, no trace of any cocaine, no trace of any money, no drug money, because the money goes down, or it gets droned away. The money goes into a little tube, like they do it in the fucking bank. The drive-through bank, it goes in a little tube, boom, flies away, and zzz, who knows where it goes? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Then they shoot it down? That'd be it. You know what? Never mind. Maybe an underground shoot. Boom. It goes down, turns a corner, boom, shoots across the street. It pops up in the convenience store bathroom. Bow! Pops up, lands on the bottom like that movie all law-abiding citizen. It tunnels down, shoots through. Boom. All you need is a little compressor. Just build up some air pressure. Shoot it down. Dude. Come on. What am I doing here? I should be a drug lord. Speaking of being a drug lord, I just got my garden set up. And I don't know when to start planting shit yet, but I'm getting it all mulched up. I'm going to get it going, get all the dirt to be soil. I bought some soil. Soil is really fucking expensive, by the way. I had no idea. It was $15 a bag, and the bag's like maybe 4 feet by 3 feet. I need to go get the cheaper shit, because that shit's way too much. And LMAO asks, what am I growing? I'm glad you asked. Here's my plans. Peppers, tomatoes, onions, What else do normal people grow? There's got to be other shit that people grow that I would eat. Green pepper, jalapeno peppers, super hot peppers, serranos, tomatoes, pretty easy. I mean, tomatoes kind of not really easy. It gets really hot here. Then onions can't be too hard, right? Avocados, oranges, I don't think so. I think those come from big trees. I don't know, though. The Young Jack says homemade cake muscle hot sauce sometime in the future. Yeah, dude, if I could make all organic, like peppers, dude, come on. What are you waiting for? What else do people make? Potatoes, maybe? Is potatoes hard to grow? Grow weed? I think you're allowed to grow weed now. I could grow weed and sell it. I don't know anything about growing weed. Probably pretty easy because I've known some really stupid people who were great at growing weed. But yeah, it's going to be that. I built, herbs, absolutely. Thyme, basil, some other green shit. Basil's easy as fuck to grow. Anyways, I got this fence around it already, so Koopa can't get inside. And I have like a misting system, a mister, believe it or not, that I could run like throughout the day, and I could mist it. Not all day long, but I have that system already out there. It's been there for like 20 years. So I could do that. It's directly above where the plants would be. So it would sort of simulate humidity. Dude, I'm just saying. That would be a great idea. It'd be really fucking dope. Anyway, so that's the plan. If there's anything that you guys could maybe suggest that I should do that would maybe work better, or any plants that would be good to go, Sheik Ninja says, got to get aloe vera in there. I already got aloe vera from last year. That motherfucking plant can survive anything. I've had aloe vera just turn into a complete, just hard stick. And then as soon as the weather gets better, it just forms back into an all green, healthy fucking plant. So that's the plan for the garden. And if you guys have any suggestions, I would like to hear them. I've been eating a lot of cheap ramen lately, and this morning I actually had some cheap ramen for breakfast. I knew ramen was cheap. Like when you get one little cup of noodles, it's like 40 cents. But if you get the big box, ramen goes down to like 9 cents. So I think I knew this back in the day when I was really broke. And then throughout my rise to being a rich ambassador to the community, I forgot how cheap it was. So now I've just been eating it all day long. First off, I think it's going to make me skinny because it's not high in calories, not high in fat, really not that bad for you. And I initially started doing it because I wanted a lot of like warm broth taste because I thought I was going to get sick. So here's my guide to not getting sick. And I'm combining two topics at once, so fucking bear with me. Get your left brain and your right brain, get them intertwined here. I want to know, what are the greatest things to put in or put on cheap ramen? And while you guys are telling me that, I'm going to let you guys know how to not get sick, okay? Eat a lot of ramen, eat a lot of soup, vitamin D, vitamin C, and zinc. Now, zinc is the main ingredient in that shit Airborne, and everyone fucks with Airborne because it's like $13 for like 6 small tablets. Fuck all that. Go get yourself a generic fucking zinc pill or tablet or whatever. Boom, pop that shit in. It's half the price, and it does the exact same thing. Also, multivitamin every single day. Lily literally coughed on me for like 3 days straight. She had a high fever. She was sweating the entire time, and I thought it was weird because she was always hugging me and touching me, and I kept being like, stop, you have a fever. Usually when you have a fever, it means you're very contagious, and you keep touching me and coughing on me. I don't appreciate it. But guess what? The strong ninja lifestyle survived without even a single cough. Not even a ahem, because I overloaded on the hot broths, on chicken noodle soup, on ramen, ate a lot of spicy shit, the zinc, the multivitamins, the water, the Sunny D. Oh yeah, dude, fucking Sunny D. I used to think that shit was so gross. Lily bought some the other day. I've been Sunny D'ing it up for the past fucking 5 days. Sunny D is the way to do it. Sheik Ninja says frozen veggies are cheap as fuck too. Sardines are super good for you if you can take it. I saw a sardine one time. Me and Darren played a game of like beer pong. Loser had to eat a can of sardines, and he ate it, and he enjoyed it. So I don't know, pretty good. I don't know what's going on. Oh wait, Are you talking about for ramen? I thought you were talking about for being healthy. Sardines and ramen? What are you, crazy? See, this is the problem. I should have foreseen this. Asking 2 questions at once and getting all the different answers at once and thinking that turmeric and selenium would be good in ramen. What the hell am I doing? Anyways, Fox Luck asks, did the podcast end? No, but since you said that, we're gonna end it just for you. I hope you're happy. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Stop Crying Poser. We had some laughs, we had some cries, we had some giggles, we had some chuckles, and we had some good ideas, and you guys are all now masterminds at the art of smuggling and selling drugs anywhere in the world. All you need is maybe $10,000 startup to get the building plans made and all that shit going. So, if you tuned in late and you missed the first part of the podcast, don't worry. You can watch it on Sunday on either YouTube, iTunes, or Podbean. Just type in Ninja Lifestyle or just type in the name. Stop Crying Poser. I want to shout out everybody here. Fox Luck, Chic Ninja, Zillface, Gay, LMAO, KY, The Psycho, MCCP, Assassination, and everyone else who showed up. We had a great time today. I'm going to continue streaming for the post show because I ain't got shit to do after this. We're going to play a game called Grand Poo World 2. It's a pretty tough game. So stick around, stay tuned. As always, I can't thank you guys enough for watching and listening to the podcast. And if you feel like doing something nice for me, like let's say you don't want to donate money, which you're always allowed to donate money, you know what I'm saying? You're always allowed to donate money. If you don't feel like donating money, then tell a friend. Share the podcast with a friend. If it brought you some joy, if it brought you some laughs, then why the fuck are you hogging it? Why not share it with the world? It's not like it costs you anything. Share the podcast with the world. Give them some laughs. Give them some good times. Share the wealth, you greedy bastard. As far as follows and shit like that, we had Xanderlands with a subscribe, Assassination TV, and Remna. Thank you guys for the follows. Hope you guys have a great night. Let's go ahead and play that motherfucking intro. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Don't drink too much. And don't get caught selling drugs.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.